All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something you see, practically every day, but probably never give a second thought to, the restaurant menu. And believe it or not, AI is turning the whole idea of a menu completely on its head. It's a game changer.
So let's just start with a simple question. How much do you think a restaurant menu actually costs to make? I mean, you'd think it's just a piece of paper, right? But the reality for restaurant owners, well, it's way more complex, and honestly, it can be shockingly expensive.
Okay, let's really break this down. For a restaurant, the old way of doing things, it's a total nightmare. Just to update a menu, you're shelling out hundreds of dollars to a designer. Then you're waiting, 3 to 5 days just to see a first draft. And if you want to change anything, yep, that costs extra. But the real killer, the biggest cost by far, is the photography. We're talking hundreds of dollars per dish to get those professional-looking photos.
So there has to be a better way, right? Well, there is. And this is where a whole new wave of AI tools is stepping in and just completely flipping this entire frustrating process on its head.
So for this, we're going to look at one of these tools. It's called Gloo, as our case study. So what is it? Put simply, it's an AI platform. A restaurant owner just uploads a photo or a PDF of their old menu. The AI then uses this cool tech called optical character recognition, or OCR, to basically read the menu just like you or I would. It pulls out every single item, every price, every description. Then its layout intelligence kicks in, and boom, it automatically creates these beautiful professional new designs.
And this is where you can really see the magic happen. The new workflow is just so simple. I mean, think about it. What used to be a whole week of back and forth emails with a designer is now this dead simple 4-step process. A restaurant owner can do the whole thing in like 15 minutes. You just upload the old menu, let the AI work its magic, pick a template you like, and that's it. You export it. You're done.
Okay, but a nice layout is really only half the story, isn't it? The real beast, the biggest cost that holds so many small restaurants back from having those beautiful, enticing menus, it's always been the photography.
Yeah, just let that number sink in for a second. $25,000. For a restaurant that has, say, 50 items on its menu, getting a full professional photo shoot, we're talking food stylists, special lighting, all the editing, it can seriously cost up to 25 grand. I mean, for a small independent place or a food truck, it's an impossible barrier.
Okay, now, get ready for this. The contrast here is it's wild. That same AI tool can generate photorealistic, absolutely delicious-looking photos for every single dish on the menu for $3.99. No, that's not per photo. That's for the whole shebang, the entire menu.
I mean, look at the difference here. It's just staggering. With AI, you get your images instantly, anytime, day or night. If you don't like a photo, you just click a button for a new one. It's free. Compare that to needing an expensive reshoot. Plus, every photo has the exact same style, the same lighting, perfect consistency. And you don't need a studio, a stylist, any of that. It literally just tears down every single one of the old barriers.
So it's not just about the workflow or even the technology itself. This is actually changing the entire business model, the whole way restaurants pay for these kinds of services. You know how most software works, right? It's a monthly subscription. You pay a set fee every single month, whether you use the service or not. So for a restaurant, that means paying even in the slow months when they're not updating their menu at all. But this pay-as-you-go model, it completely flips that script. You only pay when you actually download a finished menu. If you don't need any updates for a few months, you pay absolutely nothing. It's total freedom.
And this quote from a food truck owner in Brooklyn, it just says it all. Some weeks I create multiple menus, other weeks, nothing. For a business like that, one that's constantly changing, constantly adapting, that kind of flexibility isn't just a nice little feature. It's absolutely essential. It's the difference between being able to pivot quickly and, well, going out of business.
Okay, so the big question, right? The bottom line. Does all this cool tech actually work in the real world? What are the results? Well, let me tell you, the data coming back from restaurants that are using this is pretty incredible.
Get this. On average, restaurants are reporting cost savings of up to 98%. 98!
I mean, that's not just saving a little money. That is basically wiping out an entire business expense from their books. It's huge.
And it's not just about cutting costs either. It's about making more money. Take this cloud kitchen in Delhi. That's basically a delivery-only restaurant. As soon as they switched to their new AI-designed menu, their weekly orders shot up by 45%. 45! They went from 180 orders to over 260. That's a direct line from a better-looking menu to more money in the bank. And hey, remember that food truck from Brooklyn we talked about? Well, in just 3 months, just 1/4, they saved more than $3,500. Think about what that means for a small business. That's money that goes right back into buying better ingredients, paying their staff, or just growing.
So when you put it all together, the impact is it's undeniable. You've got up to a 45% jump in orders, a 90 to 99% cut in design costs, a process that goes from days down to minutes, and get this, a huge boost in marketing with social media engagement going up by over 600% for some places. That is what real, actual disruption looks like. And that really leaves us with a final, fascinating question, doesn't it? I mean, we're talking about a menu. It seems so simple. But if AI can completely revolutionize something as basic as a restaurant menu, just think about all the other routine, expensive, time-sucking things we do in business every day. It makes you wonder, what's going to be next?